Thousands of Cubans come to the United States hoping for freedom, but for some, the path is not easy. One woman from Zephyr Hills found herself caught in the immigration system, and now with help from a Florida-based organization, she's holding on to hope for a better future. Our Tampa Bay 28 reporter Annette Gutierrez is dedicated to telling stories out of Wesley Chapel and the surrounding area. And new tonight, she has more about this woman from Zephyr Hills.
Many Cubans have left their home country seeking freedom here in the United States. And there's one local woman from Zephyr Hills who tells me she did just that, but found herself in limbo within the immigration system. 4 years ago, Pura de Los Angeles and her husband left Cuba and came to America with a desire.
Hemos llegado a trabajar.
She says, we're coming here to work, to build a future, to study. And she's done just that, building her own beauty salon. Back in Cuba, she didn't have freedom of expression. Here, she does. She even attended this past weekend's demonstration, where Cubans gathered, calling for their country's liberty. She says, I never thought I'd witness something so beautiful. But the path to freedom in the U.S. hasn't been so clear. De Los Angeles says when she arrived, she and her husband were detained for several days before being released. And instead of being granted parole, they received a form called I-220A, a document one immigration attorney says is delaying the process for those entitled to the Cuban Adjustment Act.
They are entitled to do adjustment of status 1 year and 1 day under the Cuban Adjustment Act and request residence permanent status.
Rodriguez says over 500,000 Cubans were not formally admitted, complicating the process for many migrants.
Y de verdad que estamos bien frustrados.
She says we're very frustrated and adds we're all afraid. We go to court feeling scared like we don't know what's going to happen. It's really hard. But De Los Angeles isn't the only one struggling. This Tampa woman says her husband was detained during his first court hearing.
No somos criminales.
Ramos says we're not criminals, so why all this aggression? We came to this country searching for freedom, and we haven't found it. That's why this organization, Defenders of the Cuban Adjustment Act and Freedom, Inc., put up this billboard in Tampa to show they're here to help.
Conocemos muchísimas personas de la comunidad.
Manuel Valles says, we know so many people who have locked themselves inside their home like it's COVID. And because of their legal guidance and financial assistance, De Los Angeles says she is hopeful to one day become a resident. Her next court date is set for August, so of course you can stay with Tampa Bay 28 to hear the updates on how that goes. Reporting in Zephyr Hills, I'm Annette Gutierrez, Tampa Bay 28.